who would be eating those gummy bears, I have no clue because that makes me feel like they shouldn't be edible.
Whoo, my lord. Got a few of the pigeons out hanging out this morning in the aviary. Hear it hitting hollow loft. Got some 2x4s. Got a sheet of plywood and some more 2x4s. Got a couple rolls of wire. This is what we're going to be doing today. Always a new adventure. So I went through here yesterday and I had a bunch of old drywall that had stacked up beside that building right there, and it had literally just basically melted, all the moisture and everything else, and I had to clean that up. So I raked it out real well and I'm going to clean this up. But this is going to be where I'm going to mount my new cages. I'm building some cages for some Bantam chickens that I'm getting. Some I already have and some more I'm getting tomorrow from the fair here in Jefferson County. And I'm going to be breeding specialty birds. For all those who keep asking me, do you still have game fowl? No, I don't have game fowl anymore. Between the foxes, between my German shepherds, everybody tearing into all the cages and them getting out and things getting to them, and I got rid of some to other sources. No, I don't have any anymore. All I have now is some Bantams. I have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 silver duckwing cocks. I have about 5 silver duckwing hens. I have a self-blue rooster and a little crossed up little Bantam. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting some blacks. And I'm getting some BB reds, Old English reds. So what I'm going to do here is it's going to be as long as this is here, 12 foot I believe it is, and I'm going to set them up to, they're going to be probably 3 foot wide, 2 foot deep, all the way down, so I can separate them out, so I can breed them separately, individually. They'll be off the ground, they'll be in a safe spot. I'm going to have a wood floor that's going to be putting wood chips in there so I can clean out easy. They're all going to have their separate waters and feeders. I'm going to have a metal roof. I've got some metal, and I'm going to run metal roofing across the top. And that's what we're going to get started on today. And then later on I'm going to go back into the dog kennel and start working on that. There's so much work to be done around here. It's unbelievable. We got the guys coming in today, going to be tearing up our ground back here. I thought yesterday was Friday. Today's Friday. So they're going to come in here and tear up the ground. They're going to be laying sod out there in our dog kennel yard. And that's going to be what's going on around here today. I made that really nice right there the other day for the Wi-Fi. It's been sitting around halfway built for a year. So I finally built the door for it. I made it to where, this is one of my little specialties, where it opens up. I don't need chains or anything on this. I made my own stops. See the stops down there? I made my own stops when it opens up far enough. There it is right there. It's got a drawer. Got a drawer. My first drawer I ever put in anything. We're probably going to change the handle and the hinges, but that's what I had laying around at the time. I did that the other day because that's going to be the trash bin that's going to go into the loft. Loft. Oh yeah, pigeons on the brain. That's what's going to go into the dog kennel. So I still got my little old mini bike, and I still got my other little mini bike tucked up in there. That's other projects. Parts. I cleaned up this shop. It's a little disarray, but I don't have a whole lot of room. Got all kinds of stuff in here. But anyway, that's what's going to start today. I'm going to video as I go along with this. Today I'll probably go ahead and I'm going to set the main boards, build the box frame, and then I'm going to build supports, leg supports, like I got right there on the aviary. There's 45s. I'm going to build those. And that's what it's going to support the weight. That way nothing's touching the ground. And we're going to make it environment proof. Nothing's going to be able to get in there. No snakes, no mice, no nothing. And it's going to be far off the ground, or it won't get harassed by the dogs. They won't get harassed by the foxes, the coyotes that run through here sometimes, the raccoons, the possums, nothing. We've been doing a lot of work up here getting this place straight lately. There's so much to do. I made it such a mess. But I'm getting ready to tear down all these trees and bushes all right here that you can see. All this stuff right in here. And take it all the way to the white fence in the back. That's going to open my yard up. And we did get a new building. That's our new storage building. Right there for dog food and hay for the goats and anything else that's major and needs to be moved around. And I just got a stack of boards and stuff there. So yeah, that's what we got going on today. That's what we got going on today. So it's a beautiful morning here in wild, wonderful West Virginia. I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching the beginning. Y'all have a great morning. Just a little bit of info of how I'd like to do things. So you've heard of pocket hole jigs, Craig jig and the such. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Craig jig's made of plastic. They're very expensive. I bought this one here at Harbor Freight. I can't remember how much it cost. It's been so long, but it was a lot cheaper. And it's made of metal. And let me tell you, when you're joining wood, instead of me just, let me show you. Instead of me just taking in, where I had these studs, I have 12 foot now here. Instead of just taking this board, putting it up against here, and running screws into it to make it square, because that's what I'm trying to do. The pocket hole jigs, they come in and they screw straight into here at an angle. And they suck it up nice and tight, and it's stronger than any other way to attach stuff. So I'm building this to last. It's going to be here for a while. It's not going to be falling down in a couple weeks. It's not going to be doing any of that. It doesn't take much more work to make something quality. As you see, I got this one. I've got 3 more. They're all my posts that are going to be the 2 foot tall. That's the way it's going to stand. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? These are the brace boards. These are the boards where I'm going to attach it to the studs that's attached to the wall right there. And that's where I'm going to make my base. That's what the plywood's going to be cut. They go on top of that. And then I'm going to do 4 more of these to give it this height. And then I'll do the square on top of that. I'll show you as I go along. But that's just what I wanted to show you. Special screws, they're a little more than expensive than regular screws, but it's well worth it. And you'll see what I mean when I get it done. Just proves even the novice can make mistakes. So what I was doing was, I'm trying to make everything equal 2 foot, 4 foot, 6 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot. That way it's just easier on materials when you're talking 8 foot studs, you're talking 4x8 sheets of plywood. You don't want to mess with that too much. So what I've got going on here now is I went ahead and cut these 2 foot. And this is just an idea of what's going on here. I cut these 2 foot and I Craig jigged them. See the holes right there? So they're designed to screw into there like that. Makes it really strong. You see this? But the problem is I cut them 2 foot. And since I'm going to be cutting a piece of 4x8 sheet plywood, I'm going to be cutting it 2 foot by 8 foot. If I did this and I attach it to another stud out here in the front, the ones that go along there just like this other one does, make a square. That's going to make it 3 inches too big. So what I need to do is allow for the 1.5 inches here and the stud right here, and the 1.5 inches of the one that's going to be on the face right here that you can't see like this here. So I got to go back here, cut 3 inches off this, and retap these holes. No biggie. It's just little things to watch out for. First time I started putting it on there, I said, oh, I done made a mistake. I'm going to fix it. This is it so far. We got some guys doing our sod today. But this is so far. As you see, I got it squared. I got this at 4 foot. I got another brace going here at 4 foot. And I've cut these. These are going to be my braces underneath for support. So what I'm going to do now, just to make it simple, is I'm going to put a level on this and figure out how far it is from the ground to the bottom of this board, and I'm going to put a board there that's going to make it level, and then that'll give me some support, and I'll know where I need to put these braces. That's what I've got going on right now. As you see, on the back side I had an 8-foot, and then I cut into it and have a 4-foot. That makes 12 foot. When I did it the other way, I brought the 8-foot here, split it, and you see I split it. I put 2 studs in, braces, screw that into there, and that's where we're at so far. We're working it out. We're gonna make it done, and I think this video is long enough so far for today. When I get to where I'm getting ready to frame it up, I'll do some more for you, just in case I lose you. Anyway, so far that's what's going on here. I won't say being our kennels, but let's say Hidden Hollow loft, because there's a lot going on here.